Call me about this damn COVID census. Hey, YouTube. All right, wait till y'all coming in the room. I ain't gonna stay on long tonight. Come on now, where y'all at? I know y'all not sleeping. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a few more minutes. And after that, I'm gone. Hey y'all, where y'all at? First it was 2, now it's down to 1. Hey y'all, tell me who's in the room. I'm gonna wait just a few more minutes. All right, I'm gonna just come on tomorrow. Ain't nobody in here. All right, y'all have a good night. Y'all not in here. Hey Avon, I was trying to see anybody else comes in, cause I told you. Hey Hogan. All right, I guess it's gonna be just 2 y'all, cause I ain't trying to drag this on and be on here all night long. Avon, I know you know, cause I told you directly the day that it happened. All right, y'all. So no more working like a Hebrew slave. So what I mean by that is that I no longer will be working at Amazon. So let me just give y'all a little update for those who don't know. And then You can go back and replay the replay. So anyway, everybody, So what's the date? Tuesday. So Monday, yesterday afternoon, I get a phone call from said Bobby Boucher at Amazon. First of all, he came in there, didn't even introduce himself, didn't say who he was, what the purpose of the call was. He just called in there. Um, this is Amazon, and I was calling you to discuss about incidents in regards to um, being off task. And I was like thrown back, like, who the hell is this? Who calling me just to call and just not even say, may I speak to Teresa? My name is so and so and so. You just start talking on the phone and not even introducing yourself or whatever the case may be. So anyway, so I said, I'm at work. Why are you calling me? And this could have, and if I'm gonna be paid for this time, since you calling me about Amazon. So anyway, so let me tell you what happened. So I have to give you the backdrop story. So last week I went to work, and when I went to work, I came in, and first of all, hey Erica. So I came to work Wednesday. So of course, I got the email that I was now considered a blue badge permanent as of Sunday. So with that, it came with a whole new change in terms of attendance and points and everything else. So I went to work Wednesday and I said, oh, so I could use 2 hours because I got off at Wayfair at 8 o'clock. So I went to work at 9ish, used 2 hours of my PTO or unpaid time off at the time. Then when I came to work, I come in, nobody's at the front. So the security guard was telling me, oh, so and so said, Steven said that there's no one to be in the front anymore because nobody comes in until 2 o'clock in the morning. So I said, okay, fine. I was tired of standing up there anyway. So then I come in, I walk in there, nobody was there to take no temperature. Nobody was there to hand out no mask or anything. So I grabbed the mask or whatever. I come in. So then here comes Steven. Oh, we're not having nobody in the front no more because people are not coming in until 2 o'clock in the morning, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So I go in there, log on, doing whatever. So I worked the job I was supposed to be doing, stowing, doing groceries, going in the freezer, going in the chill, and all that kind of crazy stuff. So, I was humping it that day. So he was like, oh, I'm so surprised. You did 600 units, that's 600 units within like an hour or an hour, a little bit over an hour. So I was putting up eggs. So you literally get these big ass pilots, and now you putting stuff up. You scanning it, right? So as you scan, you put them in a location. You scan where you put them in the bins, right? So I was humping that day. So later on in the evening, I'm going on my usual breaks, lunch, whatever, and I started feeling ill. So I had used up 2 hours of my PTO time, and I went home. And then the next 2 days, I was completely off. I didn't even go to work because I was so sick. And my feet started being swelled up. I started getting headaches, and I was like, hell no, I better not have no COVID or nothing stupid, right? I didn't go to the doctor, so I stayed home. I used sick time and I used unpaid time or whatever because I wanted to keep, because at that time when I became permanent, I had 21 hours of PTO, right? So I was off for 2 days. I didn't even come to work the next 2 days. I was so tired because, I'm off from Wayfair Thursdays and Fridays. So I literally stayed in the bed that whole day Thursday. I didn't even get out of bed. The only reason I got out of bed was to get some water and fix me something to eat and ate snacks in the bed and went upstairs and was in bed all day. Then Friday came. I said, okay, maybe I'll try to go to work. Same thing. I just wasn't feeling well. So I used 11 hours of my time that I had from the 20 something hours. Then Saturday, I said, okay, I can't do 3 days in a row, right? So I come to work Saturday after I got off from Wayfair, went to work. So when I got there, you know, I see Steven and he was like, it's like, Steven. I said, now, I would never take off from work. I always came to work. I would never. I probably took off maybe 3 times since I've been at Amazon, right? 3, maybe 4 the most. So Saturday I come to work and doing my whatever. Then when I first got to work, there was no scanners. I said, Steve, where's the scanners at? So I said, okay, I logged in on the phone, your time clock, but on that time, I had no phone, no equipment to scan in, right? So he said, okay, well, go ahead, just put these bags up or whatever. So I'm doing whatever until I could find me a scanner. I had to walk around, look for a damn scanner or whatever, logged in. Then I was logged on throughout the night, did my work, whatever, went on my break, left at 5:30 Sunday morning, did whatever. Now, here come Monday afternoon. I'm at work. My phone at my desk. I said, who the hell keeps calling me? I only do random calls and whatever. Then this fool, Bobby Boucher, dumb redneck, calling me, talking about. I said, well, okay, you calling me to discuss this when this could have been discussed when I came to work the following Thursday, right? They call you to fire you. I said, under what ground? See, Saturday night, me and this other young guy, we were talking, and I was kind of like really getting to the point where after I took those 2 days off and how I ain't gonna say rested, but I felt more rested and I was feeling I wasn't feeling well. It was literally like it was just beyond my diabetes, beyond the neuropathy in my feet where my nerve damage it seemed like it was getting bad. Then I had like headaches and I just wasn't, something that didn't feel right. So I said, you know what? I'm going to make me an appointment the next following week when I'm off to go to the doctor. So this fool calling me talking about I was off task. And let me tell you, he said I was off task 2 minutes, 12:52 to 12:54 on this day on Saturday. Then I was off task for 30 minutes, which was 12:45 till 1 something. That was 8 minutes. And then it was another time I was off task. I said, oh, that's when I was at lunch. You're supposed to log off EOS, which is end of your shift, because you don't get paid for lunch. So I'm writing all this down, right? And then you sit up there, I'm asking him questions. I said, oh, so you mean to tell me that I'm working, and you telling me because y'all be off task? Tell me when I was off task. He didn't want to say nothing at first. He wasn't going to tell me nothing, right? He just going to try to tell me he terminated and they're going to hang up the phone. And no, I said, no, we're going to write down these dates because, well, your contract, you're supposed to, you can't be off task. And you was off task for a total of an hour from the days that I worked. Not 1 hour of being off task. So you know how you go to lunch and say you go to lunch, you got 30 minutes for lunch, and you come back an hour late from lunch? I could see that being an issue. You telling me I was off task for a total of an hour in 3 days total. 2 minutes there, 3 minutes there. 30 minutes was I'm at lunch because I know what time I went to lunch because I left at 3:15 that morning. Right? So I was like, you know what? This dumb motherfucker. I said, well, who is your boss? I wrote their email and wrote their name down. And I said, also, so you telling me that I'm working, but you claim I was off task for 2-3 minutes or whatever. Talking about you. So that means you only allotted to be off task, what they considered off task for the month. You're going to be off task for 8 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes a month. Anything beyond 8 to 10 minutes, you're supposed to be written up. You're supposed to be terminated or whatever. So this fool gonna come here and terminate me. And I already read the thing. I'm afraid I could give a damn of wanting that job back, to be honest with you. Because I was talking to one of the young guys. He'd come to me. See, he don't know nothing, right? He was terminated and then they had to rehire him back. And then he come to me telling me that they put him in the freezer like 6 times that night. And his fingers is nerve damage. And I said, you can't feel your fingers at the end. I said, I said, you need to go to the doctor and you need to file a workers' comp claim. Workers' comp claim. Because I said, now, because he didn't know. He didn't even know that he could apply for unemployment for those 2-3 weeks when they didn't. See, they were trying to let go a whole bunch of people and they fired them, stupidness. Then they turned around and rehired them and they wasn't going to give them back pay. And he didn't know he could file for unemployment during that 3 weeks. Whether you was unemployed for 2 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, if you were unemployed, he could have filed. So he didn't know that. So I told him that. And then after that, I told him, you could file for workers' comp. Now your hands, you can't even use your hands because when they put us in the so-called freezer and the chill, that little cheap ass equipment, the gloves and stuff, you're supposed to have this device where if it goes off, you're not supposed to stay in a chill room no more than 10 minutes, 12, 13 minutes. But they want you to stay in there for an hour at a time. So they ain't talk to no kid. I was like, I be walking in and out. I said, I gotta throw my hands, throw out my hands. I said, I'm not a robot. I told Steve, I said, you know what? I'm not no robot. I'm gonna do my work. And I don't know why you acted all surprised and shocked when I did 600 something units in an hour or whatever it was. And they said, well, you get your pick rate up 200 and something, 165 units that I did in an hour. This one guy did 200 something. I'm not no robot. You better be glad you got 165 groceries picked and 600 units out of me. Oh, I was surprised. I was shocked. I said, what do you mean you shocked and surprised? You act like I don't do any work. Y'all the one told me to go up there and stand up and make sure nobody come up there with no COVID and everything else. Then when I do some work, you would be all shocked and surprised. So this dumb motherfucker, because I don't know, because I ain't saying that Steven ratted or did something, but somehow or another, that's why I don't too much trust people too much. You can't trust black folks. You surely can't trust no dumb crackers. Oh, because he's talking stupid. So I'm sitting here and say, okay. So come Thursday, when I'm off, I'm going to contact EEO and file a complaint. Then they got the nerve to send me an email when I called Resource Center because they never paid my first day of pay from when I first started. I'm still waiting for my 11 hours of pay. Never paid me for that. And I'm going to file a complaint with the Department of Labor about working off the clock and not paying me and not that. See me tell you what get in trouble with Amazon. That gonna get them in trouble. I could give two red ass about getting my job back, to be honest. I was just trying to, stack up my little money or whatever. But then after that, I'm looking at my damn survey apps and all the other gigs that I do on the side. And I was like, I'm getting offers $60, $70, and that's only just one app. I said, I'll probably make the same amount of money going to these stores, Walmart and Target, for a few minutes each time and do about 8 stores on my 2 days off. And I almost forgot that I actually had another job that I was doing with a merchandising company. I was an independent contractor. Then they got hired me as an employee. I had totally forgot all about them. All about them from a couple months ago because when the COVID happened, a lot of the assignments dried up. So I actually did had another job. It was just that the COVID thing happened. So now they picked up again. Now they, all the stores are open. Now they need me to come and work with them. And it's called ACM. And they pay me $120, $135 a day for 8 hours putting up stuff on the shelf. It ain't no different than what I was doing in Amazon, to be honest with you. The only difference is I'm not tied up to no scanner being clocked. Oh, you've been off task for 3 minutes. You've been off task for 10 minutes. No, for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You're fired. Bullshit. Man, they kiss my ass. I told Bobby Boucher, I said, don't call me at work discussing something like this. And then I said, I want some details. You gonna give me? He didn't even want to give me the dates. He just want to call me, tell me you terminated because you've been off task, and then you think I'm not gonna ask no damn questions. And so I said, no, you gonna give me? I said, no, I'm not gonna call no ERC. When do they have to do it? They're not gonna know that. You calling me, telling me I was off task? Tell me when. Tell me what days and the time. You know how foolish you sound. Oh, no, I'm not working at Amazon. That's what I'm talking about. It's Amazon. I work at Wayfair again. I do have another job. I just totally dismissed it, forgot all about them because they weren't doing nothing during that earlier part of the year with the government shutdown. So Amazon gonna tell me, oh, you've been off task for 2-3 minutes. Y'all gotta keep. Hey, Jerry, y'all gotta write in the chat and keep and get Dr. Jazz caught up because it's hard for me to go back and retell it again. So this fool calling me about some foolishness. I've been off task for the whole week that I was there, and I was only there all of Saturday and most of Wednesday, and the other 2 days I took off because I got ill. You went off task for there's gonna be an hour. And then when I looked at it and counted it up, it wasn't even no fucking hour. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 30 minutes when I was at lunch. Talking about I was off task for 40 minutes total. You're gonna talk about an hour. When I wrote the dates and the times and the minutes, it didn't even equal nowhere close to an hour. Fool. So I'm gonna write his boss and complain about his professionalism. And then I'm gonna file a complaint with the Department of Labor because they never paid me my first day. I've been doing ticket after ticket after ticket. I'm missing 11 hours. Y'all didn't pay me for my first day. I ain't seen not a damn check. I ain't seen nothing in the mailbox. I don't see no adjustment on any of my pay stubs. So let me tell you. And then working off the clock, that's the biggest no-no that any company and any job could do. That's why they require. See, people love to talk about, oh, it's a right to work state. They can fire you at any time. That may be true, but y'all have to understand, right to work does not mean that you working and not getting paid. There's a difference. Right to work doesn't mean they can let you go based on age, sex, race, disability, whatever. They can't fire you for any of those things. See, they're not going to be so obvious about it. And they're not obvious when it comes to certain things. But I can assure you, let you file 2 things. Not getting paid and EEO, boom. I said, I'm not no robot. Y'all are good. And let me tell you what's so funny is that when I went to work Wednesday, right, I was like, where is everybody? When I tell y'all they had the flex scheduling where you could flex and as long as you work 3 times a month, you can still keep your job. Let me tell you what Amazon trying to do. They purposely didn't put the schedule out for people to be flex. So all those people who were wanting to flex, they moved on. And I was wondering when I was standing up there and people were coming in complaining, I ain't got no schedule. I didn't see nothing on the schedule. And Steven acting like, oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Lying ass. Like I can't put my ear to the desk and hear what the true thing was. You know? And turn around. All those people who were flexing, none of them came to work. None of them. They used the little few people who stayed on, like me, that was permanent, and then trying to get. So if you're not resorting to that 12-hour, 11, 12-hour schedule, they didn't use the employees for flex. But that shit gonna backfire. And you know what? I'm glad it happened, to be honest, because I was like really tired. And I was like, God said, Teresa, you better sit your butt down. You need to rest. And all that pain that I was going through, my hips still hurting. And I was like, you know, why am I running around like a chicken? Why am I working? And you know what? And I had to say it to myself, Avon. You know, we talked about it, and Erica. You know, we talked. We when I verbally came out and said it, and you started verbally saying, "Wait a minute, I'm actually working 85 hours a week, and that's not even including drive time, going to work, coming back. You add, and then if I add the other stuff that I was doing." I was working every day, 7 days a week. And then when I get my check at Amazon, you know, by the time they take out the taxes and all that stuff, I was working 44 hours, really 45 hours at one job, 40 hours at the other. So I was working 85 hours a week. And then when I get my check at Amazon, because you get paid weekly, it was what? When they had the overtime, it was maybe $500. And then when I had the short week, it was 300 or something like that. The low 200s, you know. And then when I was looking at my other pay, and I was like, wait a minute, you know, I'm really trading time for money. You know, when people say if you're trading time for money, that means your time is valuable. That means if you're putting in, say, 12 hours at one job and say you do it, you know, 8 hours at one, another one, and then you have to factor in travel time, that's 22 hours. Exactly. And then I'm like, I could do the same thing with the other company that I was hired to do and work maybe a couple of hours, you know, and still get one day off and still work at a reasonable time, not overnight, you know? Exactly. Much needed rest. Hair need to be done, hair all dry, you know, skin all whatever. House looking like a hot mess. Even though I'm work from home 8 hours at the time, but by the time I literally went to bed Sunday when I got off at 5:30, I literally went to bed, laid down, and fell asleep, and didn't get up until 2 o'clock that morning, just enough to go to the bathroom and get me something to drink. And I was so tired. I was so tired. And then my hips are hurting, and then I said, you know what? When I did say that working at Amazon in a warehouse in that capacity is for a younger person, it really is for a younger person. The older people who were older than me that was working there, they were flex. They worked there 3, 4 times a month, and they didn't work consecutive. Each of them told me, I don't work consecutive. I said, my body need time to rest. They would never come up on there on a Friday, Saturday. They would never do it. And I was wondering, well, dang, they came every other day and they did their little 4 hours, and that's all they work. When you work flex, you only work 5 hours. You don't work 12. See, I was working 11, 12 hours. When you flexing, you only working 4 hours. They just work you 4 hours enough just to do about 3, 4 carts, and that's it. And then 4 or 5 hours, you skipping out your way out the door and going on and moving on. That's it. It is way different now. Because of that, I can now go back to do Amazon Flex as a contractor, picking up the groceries. That's if I want to do it. So now I'm switched back over to Amazon as a driver picking up the groceries or packages. So I'm not really losing much of nothing, to be honest. I'm just not dealing with that damn Bobby Boucher with his dumb ass and walking around with a scanner and you've been off task for 2, 3 minutes. I was like, y'all kidding me. It's in the contract. It ain't nothing in no damn contract talking about no 2, 3, you off task 2, 3 minutes. And bye. I overdid it with the apps now. I only work 3 hours a day. You can really make some good money 3 hours. You pick the right app and you pick and that's what I'm saying. Time for money. Trading your time for money. Ain't no point running around doing Uber Eats and all these other apps making $3, $4 driving your car down to the ground. When see that's what I'm so smart about when I did Zifty. I fixed them to their own game. I said I'm gonna do 4 hours, make $80, and stick around that hot spot. And then I took advantage of that's what I did with Grubhub too. I said, if I'm gonna work 5 hours, I'll at least get at least $80. And I knew. See, you have to understand the algorithm of some of these apps. You understand the algorithm of the apps, and you understand the pattern, and you know, and you in an area, and you say, okay, I know this restaurant people order from. I know what this person in these areas go to, and I know the hours that it goes peak. Boom. See, a lot of people they put people in this desperate mode where people think I'm gonna take every order and that pays $5 and I'm gonna take every one and I'm gonna work 12, 13 hours a day just to make $100. Driving how many miles? Over 100 miles a day. See, that's why I always tell y'all, to be honest, how to work it. 3, 4 years doing that, that's it. Life is way too short killing yourself trying to get against me. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I trust me, God said, sit your butt down. Stop trying to work like you 20-some years old, working at morning, noon, and night. Yeah, you have those peak hours and pick your sweet spot. And that's how you do it. But I ain't doing that no more, y'all. So I'm back to coming with y'all in the evening time. And now I can finally catch up on a lot of things. But I'm going to still do my side hustle apps and stuff. Don't worry. Well, thank you. Ain't no point working myself to death. It ain't like I'm broke. To be honest, it ain't like I ain't got nothing going on and have to do it. But let me give y'all some good news, though. So, yesterday, I also got a scholarship. There was a minority scholarship with Udacity, UDACIT. So a few months ago, they were trying to recruit minorities into the IT field to learn these high-tech field jobs, and it's online. So I got notified yesterday. They said, congratulations, you got approved for a scholarship. So I'll be taking Python and AI, which is artificial intelligence, and it's for 2 months. So I said, you know what? Look at God. I got awarded to this scholarship to learn a brand new skill, and it was like a whole bunch of choices, right? So I chose the more entry level. I said, they had artificial intelligence, they had programming, um, front end development, and it's a course you take it online, and you have all these projects and stuff to do, and they have career counseling services, and you learn. And they was trying to see what they were trying to do was the trying to get more black folks, minorities in the field. So I applied, right? And I got accepted. So I got that yesterday. I said, look at God. I still get to learn something that's in demand because they are in desperate need. And so I had to choose a program that I wanted to do. I was like, dang, this is a lot. I didn't know what to. So I chose, after some research last night, I chose AI, artificial intelligence with programming, with Python. So that requires study, that requires time, and it starts in a couple of weeks. So I got to go to the orientation, and they're going to have orientation on the 20th, and then the classes will start, and then I have all these, so I got to devote 15 hours, maybe 20 hours a week to do the homework assignments, the programs, and I'm learning because that is a skill in demand. So I was so happy. I was like, what? Yay! I said, look at that. So I couldn't possibly work that schedule overnight, 40 hours, 45 hours a week, and do this program. So I said, you know what? Stop trying to work at these braggy ass warehouse jobs, working yourself down to the ground when God gave me this opportunity to learn and get this scholarship. Now, this scholarship was open to anybody to get applied to, you know? So it's a beginning. And y'all know I've been trying to learn all these different things. Oh, yeah, I'm still doing field agent. Oh, field agent they changed their whole thing. They had like a little seminar webinar the other day. They really ramping up on it's still a little side house. It's still a little side hustle money, but you still make $200-300 a month extra. So yep, I'm doing field agent and survey.com. So and observer. So like I said, I really was ready time for money. I could make the same, I could make the same $300 a week just going to different stores and not working overnight and driving all over the place. Exactly. When one door closes, there's always a window. But I tried though. I really did. I'm surprised I sticked it out as long as I did. So I'm not upset. I'm not mad, but I'm just so sick and tired of people just coming at me with dumb stuff. Don't come to me. Don't come to me. Well, you've been on task and you ain't doing. You've been standing for 5 minutes and you ain't scanned nothing, man. Bob, crack a bye. Get the hell on. Coming in with some foolishness. You be standing. And then I told my coworker Renee. She worked at Amazon before she got fired when I first started. She said, "That's how bullshit." She said they did that to me. They act like you be staring. And she said, "If you need anything from me, I could assure you, I could attest to that." They be acting like you been with that bullshit with the scanners don't work half the time. And it's true. How you supposed to work if you walking around looking for equipment for some broken down shit that and you scan and the battery's dead and then you gotta walk around all the way to the other side to get a battery and take the battery out of the scanner, put a new one in. By the time I do all that, I'm off task. 3 minutes. You off task in 3 minutes. And I told them this. I told them this. No, I ain't cursed no one out directly, but I should have. I should have cursed their ass right on that when I was there. Because they surely don't got no respect. I should have seen half these people, these last year and a half, a lot of these people, I should have cursed the fuck out of them rather than cursing at y'all on YouTube. Some of these people were this close to getting cursed out. But I said, Lord, no. Walk away, Domino's, with that jackass. Then I found out none of those people work there no more. After all that stealing they did at Domino's, when I was working there last year, ain't none of those stupid niggas up there no more. Y'all dumbass walk when they're living in the crack house and having custody of your kids, and I had to sit up there and feed them, and felt sorry for you, and then now you ain't got no job. You'll bring your black ass right back to Florida. Now you ain't got no job. See what God do? See, I ain't gotta curse these dumb niggas out. I ain't gotta curse these niggas out when I work at these jobs because I do my work. I don't have no shame washing dishes, sweeping the floor, cleaning up, doing whatever. But they always trying to test me. Oh shit! You know what? I ain't had to write no damn letter and tell them they was. Well, actually, I did wrote the letter and told them that someone was stealing. I did, sure did. And the other person who they was fucking with, Sharon, told them too. But they ain't nobody said nothing. But when they did that damn audit at the end of the year or quarterly, when they do the budget, when they do the audit, that shit got caught up. I already knew. I already knew that was gonna happen. I said I ain't gonna say a goddamn thing because they're gonna have to do an audit when they prepare their business tax returns quarterly, and they're gonna when they finish doing the store, they're gonna know. I ain't gotta say shit. I ain't gotta say shit. And they glad that the COVID thing happened with the EEO office closing down, where I could never file a complaint against them. But I said, you know what, Teresa, walk away. Let them have their little 12-hour job. Let them go ahead and do whatever with their little trickery they were doing over there at Domino's, because it's going to catch up to their dumb ass. And lo and behold, if it didn't. You know, they've been had money missing. They've been had money missing when Craig was working. The other manager, Craig, was working there. Who leaves money, the bank deposit, in the trunk of your car and drive around it for weeks and talking about they shuffling money, you know, and I'm sitting here watching them doing that crap, talking about it. And I knew. I studied accounting. I don't have to close the store and count to know the trickery they were doing. I saw it from my own two eyes. I worked at a bank. I knew exactly what they were doing. But they would always be doing some bullshit stuff. I said, just give me my damn tips so I can get the hell on and move on. Y'all do whatever the fuck y'all doing. You know? Yeah, Dave Craig, good dumbass. I never met a man who's been so thirsty for pussy in ever. That damn guy, they were thirsty as hell. Ooh, he. I said, you 35 years old. You 30 something years old. You too old to be acting all pussy whooped. Like that. They was like, act like they were some 12, 13-year-old teenage boys the way they was acting. I said, y'all some thirsty ass niggas. Thirsty as hell. They so dumb. Ain't none of those dumb fools work over there. I ain't even had to go up there no more. That Tucker, go right to that Domino's, right up to Tucker, next to the gas station. Over there. They so dumb. They so stupid as hell. I was like, shit, I'm so tired of, I understand. I ain't gotta fight with nobody all the time. How they left the bank deposit in the trunk for me. Yes. Driving around with the money in the trunk of your car. And he ain't talking about $200 either. Just driving around. Mm-hmm. And then they turn around. See, what they did was, and see that damn other manager, he was this dumbass. I knew I wasn't gonna trust him. It was something about him I didn't too much trust. He made it sound like he was the perfect manager from whatever. They turned around. His dumbass went to jail. Like I didn't gonna find out. And the Indian guy had to curse his stupid ass out. He went to jail 2 weeks prior to that for speeding 100 and something miles down 285. And they were trying to be all, and they didn't want me to hear it because they knew I was gonna clown in their ass. And boy, did I not hear what happened. And guess who told me? Sharon, the one I was cursing out one time. Then we heard it turn around being best of buds. But she told me. And I went there. I said, hi, Alibaba, I heard you went to jail. Boy, I said, What were you doing? You was crying like a bitch, wasn't you? In the jail, like, get me out. I bet your ass you gonna realize you black now. I said it right there. They started dying. They started dying because see, you old lady, you know, I said, you was in jail, you dumbass. You know, what were you doing? Was you crying like a bitch? I bet you were. With your skinny ass talking about, you bet you. My daddy. Then he gonna talk about his daddy. My daddy, I say, you know, your daddy ain't got you out of no fucking jail that quick time. Cause I went to damn jail with that bitch a few years ago. Should have bust that bitch in the face. Cause, you know, trust me. And that's another story altogether. I'll tell you that. You know how much money I had to spend? It was right around Christmas. That's why at a certain time of the year, when y'all say, well, damn, what's wrong with Teresa? I try to let that go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let that go. All I know is I ain't got no record. But let me tell you, boy, I found that Alibaba got put in, not his name, I just call him Alibaba. I found that Alibaba went to jail on his skinny ass. I say, what are you doing? Give me out, my daddy did it. Punk ass. You know, boy, don't come to me. Don't come after me. Don't come after me, cause I will come after you hard. Trust me, I will be I'm the '80s baby. I know how to roast. I know how to roast. You know, people. The only thing people say to me, "You fat bitch." That's all you can say, fat bitch. I said I could be fat, but you sure is ugly. You know, you lose weight. That's the only thing people can say. You fat bitch. You know, come to me in another way. Cause I could come to you stronger and you'd be coming off crying. Trust me, I was a bully when I was younger. I mean, I was bullied, but I also was a bully too. Alibaba, my daddy. Mm-hmm. You know, these people, boy, they be just, ooh, I don't know what it is, what it is with people here in Atlanta. They're just dumb. We gonna fire you because you been off task for 2 minutes. Man, bye. How do you think they're gonna sound when I go to the Department of Labor EEO? You know what? I said they fired me because they said that I was off task for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I got it all written down. I don't want that job back. This is gonna be about principle. Sitting here and think you're gonna work me off the damn clock, and then I'm sitting here begging for my damn check. You know, I worked it. I'm gonna get paid. Trust me. Amazon already in trouble any goddamn way because Congress is investigating these big tech companies, um, Amazon. Who else is in that damn list? Google. Because I don't know if y'all really been following the news, but the congressional hearings is they thinking that they trying to break up these companies because they are creating a monopoly. And the way the economy is going, um, you know how back in the '80s when they broke up AT&T and they broke up, the Baby Bells or whatever. Now, and it was just not them; it was the railroad. It was the history of the United States that all these companies, so all these 3 or 4 tech companies. I know Amazon, Google, Facebook. Who am I missing? Somebody else is in that little group. Amazon, Facebook, Google, one other company, whatever. If y'all can think of the other one, let me know in the chat. So they had control of data. You know, Amazon, they always trying to collect data. That's what that thing is about, collecting people's data. And that's how they create these artificial intelligence and analytics and predictive things of what people buy and all that. They obtain that information from people. That's data is worth a whole lot. And all these privacy laws about changing, getting people's information, selling people's information, and all that kind of stuff. So that's all it's about. Facebook do it too. They collect enough data from people to go about where they make money. So they are on investigation. and they try to determine what they're going to do with these companies. So they want to, they don't, I don't know what they're going to do. This is going to be, next year will be an interesting thing. But that's been kept on the low about this because a lot of people are focusing on, oh, election, President Trump, da da da, oh, the Lakers, all these little bullshit stories that you hear, and you're not really, people are missing the point about all the other stuff that's going on. Like the dollar is sinking and the economy will be in a recession. A lot of people, everybody want to know what the stimulus. Oh, when we get our $1,000 and all that stuff, they don't know that this whole entire economy is going for a sink. Even though some people, if you're in the stock market, on the market is doing well on Wall Street, but on Main Street and Beale Street and every other black poor areas and across this country are not doing that well. Wall Street's doing well, but not the regular folks. It's not looking good, but everybody's hanging in there. But when that bust or economic bubble bust happens, we will truly see what's gonna happen. So someone asked me the other day, would you invest in gold? And I told them, I say yeah, but you have to understand it. And I'm gonna think about all that little money I've been stashing and squirreling away with all these little jobs I was doing. I'm gonna take some of that. I've been trying to contact this dang other company so I could do some investments, but I don't do business over email. I need to speak to somebody so I can know exactly what I'm doing because I set up a trader account, and I don't want to buy no damn cryptocurrency, but they put that on the wait list, so I gotta wait. But I want to gonna put very few money in crypto, but some of them I'm gonna invest in gold. I got one piece of gold somewhere around my house. I remember bought that graduation ring. It was like $500 about 11 years ago. The price of gold is like 1,500, 16, $2,000. So I'm gonna speak to a couple of investment firms. But I did open up my account with Fidelity, with Wayfair, and I did put some money in that Amazon. My last check, I had put some money in Amazon with the 401k, and that little bit of money that was came out of my check, I already got $200. I was like, what? I was like, dang. No, it was 300 something dollars. I only had 50 something dollars, $100 taken out, a little bit, 150, and they already had 100. They already had $300. I was like, ooh. So when I chose the investment, I did a mixture, combination of common stocks, little bit of treasury notes, and some other things. It's like a mutual fund. And some of it was gold, some of it was common stock. And that thing grew like that in that short period of time. I only did it for a week because they just started taking it out. Now I gotta take that damn Amazon money and roll it over to the other account. But it's all open like with Fidelity. Yeah, I like Fidelity. Most companies, when you have 401k or whatever, most of the accounts is run through Fidelity. But you could also have other companies to invest. So, but I'm gonna talk about that in another series of how do you grow your money when you're a gig worker or making $14, $15 an hour. It's time for me to grow my money, not work myself to damn death and work, and putting it into a 0.00001 savings account. So what I'm going to be doing, yeah, they're very informative, but at the same time, a lot of the things is data. You don't even talk to nobody with Fidelity. You just answer some questions on a computer, like how old are you? When are you going to retire? How much money you make? How much debt you got? And they'll make suggestions on that predictive analysis on where you should invest. So based on mine, they put my mutual fund investment account with a combination of common stock, treasury notes, 35 because I'm 50. I'll be 52 in a couple of weeks. So they put mine based on how much money I would make by the time I turn 65. And that ain't a whole lot of years. So luckily for me, I have another investment account that's sitting around that's been growing because it was a government thrift account. So, hey, Summer Walker. So that money, and I can't wait to get that statement too. I've been investing over 10 years and it was already at $85,000. So hopefully by the time in 10 years, I'll have about $1 million. But that's not a lot of money to save. That's not a lot of money to have to retire because most women outlive men. And if I live to be 85, 90 years old, well, if I pay off my house, mm, put those finances in a certain kind of fund, I'll probably be all right. I think I'll do. See, the only reason why some people may struggle when they get in their older age is because they didn't save through their lifetime. That's why I'm so afraid of most people that I see that doing these gig jobs. That's the only thing they're doing is that they're not setting up that money in a way that you could grow and invest. That's why people in California they need to vote about it is Uber, because in some states they trying to be, oh, we want to be independent contractors. Oh, I want control of my own freedom and blah blah blah. But you ain't getting shit for them. You ain't getting nothing from them. And I would agree that they need to offer um sick days, um PTO, and some type of um retirement investment because see, as a self-employed independent contractor, you're responsible for your own retirement. You don't get the benefits of matching, 3-4% match when you work for a company. You don't get that luxury, you know. But if you're a person who's self-employed and you paying the self-employment tax and all that stuff, that's why people say, "I will pay under. I'm gonna make money under the table." All that money of years working under the table, that's not going nowhere towards Social Security. Now, most people say Social Security ain't gonna be around when I get the age. It may not be around, but it's gonna be in some form of investment that they're gonna give it back to you. Now, I don't know if it's gonna be worth a whole lot because of this inflation that's going to happen. The dollar is not going to be worth the same thing come 10 years. And let me tell you, I would have never thought that I remember being 20, 30, 40. I never thought, here it is. I'll be 52. You know how quickly that goes by? That's like a blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. You wake up one day, you'll be saying, oh, I'm 55 years old. You sometimes you think you got a lifetime and it goes by real quick. I tell you that. I've always heard my aunts and uncles and people say that all the time. Oh, time is flew. They would never thought. My aunt be saying, hey, that little baby. They're talking about me. Look at her. She 50. Who would thought? That little girl came over here crying and telling people to shut up and ran and bust my lip when I got that, cut that corner on the piano and my grandparents came home and I was crying. Who hurt the baby? That's why I got that little bump on my lip. My aunt would always tell that story. And they said that I was crying. They're trying to say I was spoiled, but I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, part of it I'm gonna be celebrating with y'all online. I always go to this Italian restaurant every year on my birthday because this Italian restaurant. I would love to finally go somewhere, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably celebrate with y'all, but I'm gonna be having a special guest in a couple weeks, so I ain't gonna say nothing now. But I'll be doing something. I'll celebrate with y'all. See, by the time my birthday come, the election, we'll know what's gonna happen. We're gonna know what's gonna happen. Hopefully, when November 18th come, they said it may be a delay in who's gonna be the president, but hopefully November 18th come, it'll be a good, happy moment. But if the outcome turns to be Trump, then I don't know. I might be mad for at least, shoot, I may be mad all the way till next year, January, if that happens. I'll be too disgusted, but I don't know. We'll see. I have to see how I feel because I am taking this kind of party at Lady T house. We should. So Walker, where you live at anyway? Where you from? I know last time I left and I ended my stream, I was like, "Don't go, it's not over." And I told you I had to go to bed. See, I got 2 more minutes. I got midnight. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I just have this. Look at this. I already started drinking this little pineapple wine. It tastes pretty good. Mm. My personal bottle. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink, but I've been sipping on this for the last few days. I had to drink it. No, my birthday is November the 18th. Actually, I was born early. I was supposed to have been born somewhere around February. Something, I don't know. I don't know what the true story is. I know I was a preemie, but I came early. Scorpion. Yeah. I'm a Scorpio. Well, what they say about Scorpios? I know I already heard it all, so come on and tell me. Oh, you in Philly? Okay. I don't know why they tried to say I was looking at some YouTube video talking about all black folks in New York moved to Philly. I said, well, that's not a whole big old move. Philly's what, 4 hours away from New York? Oh, October 28th. Yay. Right before my sister's birthday is October 30th. Then I had another younger sister. She was younger. Her birthday was the 31st. Maybe you could finally come on my visit my live stream and we could do a birthday celebration. You could DJ for us, Dr. Jazz. hmm David never came back. I guess he must be mad at me. His birthday's in November too. Like a couple of days before mine. So I ain't see him on here. Okay, what time is it? Oh, I've been on here for 1 hour and 4 minutes. hmm So what the? Wait a minute. So Jamie, how are you gonna be? Hmm. You know what? A lot of people can't say they grew. Jeremy, you gonna be 31. Oh, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. I had boy, I was so mad when I looked at my Amazon. I had got a credit card with Amazon, right? With Chase Bank. First they said the balance is 300. So I said, how the hell my balance is 300 something dollars? I only ordered two things with Amazon, right? They were gonna try to tack on the interest free thing to the balance. And I said, no, I paid my balance in full. From the before they even came about the bill, I paid that $100 and something dollars. I bought that foot thing, massager. I think that's what I purchased with it. So I bought the massager. I paid that off right off the bat and got some points. Then I ordered me the vacuum cleaner, shampoo, vacuum cleaner, right? So I had some gift points, and I had some of these other points, Amazon gift cards that I got for taking these survey for something for one of the for something. Then I won a gift card at work at Wayfair for $25. So I had somehow or another I had these different random gift cards that was given to me, and I purchased a Bristol vacuum cleaner. Now let me tell you how this is God is good. So I called in to customer service today, right? And I said I called Chase Bank, and they told me, I had owed $70, and they gonna tell me I couldn't pay using my account to pay for my credit card. I said no. Mm-mm. So I called Amazon. They said, can you switch that payment method to my MasterCard because they won't let me pay my balance on the credit card. So she says, oh, well, what we'll do is we'll give you a refund for the whole thing. They said you could dispose and donate the item for the vacuum cleaner. The thing ain't never came out the box. So I got me a free vacuum cleaner from Amazon. Plus they gave me my money back. And I got my points back. So I got me a brand new Bristol shampoo carpet cleaner. Never took it out the box. It's still sitting downstairs in the foyer. So I got me a free vacuum cleaner from Amazon for messing up my account because I said that doesn't make any sense. And they won't let me pay my credit card. Erica, I can't tell you, I'm not gonna tell you on the over this live stream. I'm gonna tell you over the phone directly. Because I don't want to get in trouble. I ain't gonna get in trouble, but it's something I'm gonna tell you something a secret, but I'm gonna tell each of y'all individually if you really want to know. Because I don't want to disclose certain things. But put it this way. Amazon is very customer centric, whatever. And if you purchase something, right, regardless what the problem may be, they'll refund back your whole entire order. They'll give you money. They'll give you the refund back. They'll give you the money back. Or they'll ask you, do you want a refund? And I say, yep. I didn't even ask for the refund. All I asked her to do was to apply my credit. Donate it to who? Donate it to me? That's what your little hand is, Summer Walker? Your little hand is up for that. So so I just told her, can you switch the payment method? Because now they want me to go and write a check for a bill that I was trying to pay tonight. And hey Monica G, you come on here when I'm about to go. So I didn't even ask for a refund. I ain't asked nothing about no refund. All I wanted them to do was to take their payment that was on the credit card and put it on my regular check card and make sure I could make a payment because they refused to take my payment. It was some error code coming up with Chase. And I was like, what kind of crap is this? I have over $3,000 in my checking account. How you gonna tell me I can't pay using my debit card? Ain't nothing wrong with my card. And then I said, well, somebody need to fix it. And they didn't even fix it. I had to curse them out. I said, you know what? Y'all think somebody gonna y'all gonna accumulate some big interest on a small balance? Cause see, I paid the balance the first time I charged the card. I paid the balance before the balance came out, cause I just wanted to use the card to get the points and establish my credit. That's all I wanted to do. I paid her early. I charged it, paid off. You ain't getting no interest out of me. You are not getting no 30,000 interest points over a credit card balance. See, they want people to get in credit card problems and you run up their credit card and then you be paying it for 50 billion years. Not me. Nope. You ain't getting me in that trap. And I'm just using the card just to get establish my credit. You know, not establish the credit, but to use it so I can get the credit utilization and get the points and that's it. So she said, well, we just refund you back the money. Like, all I want to do is pay the balance of $69.70 something cent. So when she said we'll give you a refund of $169, I said I only paid $69 for the vacuum cleaner, and the other ones was the Amazon points. No, the gift cards. I had $100 worth of gift card, and $69 was to use to pay. So they refunded me the whole price. And I got back my points. I got the gift card balance of $90 because I have $90 gift card. I don't even know. $30 came from a survey I was doing for something. And the other $30 came from Neighbor. I'm going to talk about that another day. It was where you rent parts of your house where people could keep their stuff for storage. So I set something up and found that. They gave me a $30 gift card for that. And I don't know where the other $30 gift card came from. It came from somewhere else. Oh, I know what it was. They messed up my order on Amazon for something. And I said, no, I returned the item. I just want my money to go back to my card. They put it as a credit rather than putting it back to my MasterCard. So they gave me the gift card and they refunded my money back on the card. That's where I got it from. They mess up, Amazon will fix it. So when I saw this $90 worth of Amazon gift card credits, I just used it and bought me a brand new vacuum cleaner. So they giving me back the gift cards and the balance and told me to keep the vacuum cleaner. So I got me a free vacuum cleaner. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Aw, Manica. So that's my birthday gift. I should wrap it up and unwrap it. Say, look what I got. I got me a free vacuum cleaner. Talk about donated or dispose of it. Who's gonna dispose of a brand new carpet shampoo cleaner? Not me. Now I could probably buy me another stuff. But so look at all these stuff that has happened to me this week. I got me a scholarship from Udacity to learn AI Python. I got me a vacuum cleaner free. And I won a $30 gift card at work with and I won me a gift card for the engagement team. So look at all this going on. And I gained all of y'all subscribers in friendship. But anyway, time for me to go to bed. So y'all gonna be seeing me more regularly. I don't have to work 6 p.m. to 5:30 in the morning. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all that crazy stuff no more. So, Monica, how your phone broke? You should you could go on you could use Facebook and you could call people using Facebook, and then you also use Google. That thing called it's Google not Google. It's the other thing you could use. Yeah, but you could use Google. You go Facebook and you could talk to people on Facebook, and you know how it pops up on the screen. You could use that too. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired. I'm not tired, but I need to go to bed. So, Jeremy, Monica, Erica, Summer, Hogan, Love Johnson, Colas 85, Avon, all the rest of y'all in the background that's working, Dorian, Lynn. Now, Lynn, I've been trying to call you. I don't know why you ain't picking up the phone, but I hope everything's okay. All of y'all have a good night. Let me see. What y'all say? I am sleepy. I need my beauty rest. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get back to a normal, regular sleep pattern now. Besides, y'all be seeing me more often now since I don't have to work crazy nights no more. And then we could do some other things. Exactly. I am off the Amazon plantation. Massa. You've been on tap for 3 minutes. You've been on tap for 3 minutes. You fired. Monica, you just have to go and play that back. You got to play the beginning to hear that story again. But don't worry. I got the last laugh when it's all said and done. You think I'm going to just walk away? You think you ain't going to pay me my money? That sounds like a commercial on this radio commercial. You think you're going to hit me and you ain't pay me my money? That's a oh, my name, Teresa Smallwood. I don't do Facebook, but but yeah, you can look me up. Let me show you the screen real quick. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's me. That's my Facebook group. See, this was when my hair was cut all off last year summer. See how short it was? And then this is my other picture with the other people next to me is my niece and nephew. That was at last year, September. No, October, my grandmother's birthday party. That's the picture with my hair looking all long. Yep, so you can see my if you go on my Facebook group, you can see all the different styles. And when I went to see Oprah, that's in the background with the little thing at the park. And then anyway, yeah, just go on my Facebook group. We can always talk on there because you could talk to people on there too. All right, I'm about to go. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so I'll be off Thursday, Friday. What? I don't know what you're talking about. That's the website for the closest nightclubs. Alrighty. I'll talk to y'all later. Gotta go. Y'all have a good night. Give me thumbs up. See ya.